Hey everyone, it's me, Cosplay Pikachu, and I'm back with another video. Today, I kind of want to do a bit of a story time that just recently happened. So here's what happened. I went on eBay to buy a Jack Skellington Kigurumi because I plan on going on the Disney cruise in October, as well as I'm also going to Disney World for Mickey's Not So Scary. And my mom was like, "Oh, you can wear a costume, go trick or treating." And I was like, "This is a perfect time to wear, Jack Skellington Kigurumi," and I've always wanted one. So I started looking. I tried to avoid, sellers on there that, are from China, that sell from China, because I know how a lot of stuff that is being sold from China, poor quality, and it may be cheap, but it's very, very poor quality. It's not the real deal. It's knockoff shit. Yeah, plain and simple. But the seller I'm about to tell you is this caused like I don't know how long it's been. I think it's been like God, like 2 weeks. I've been dealing with this person. 2.5 weeks of dealing with this seller. And I'm going to explain the whole story. So I looked and looked, and I found, it's going to come from New York, which I was fine with. It's in the United States, coming from a person in New York, and I was like, okay, it's fine. I looked at the sizes. I'm like, okay. I looked up my size because they had it in, like, centimeters. Still don't know why, but I didn't, judge. So I Googled up my size, like my height, what size would be good for me, because I'm 5'6". And so when I Googled it and gave me like the centimeters, I think it was my centimeters is like 168 centimeters. And it said that would be good for like a medium large. So I was like, okay, that works. That's perfect for me. So I, ordered it. And I'm like, yay, okay. So I wait, and it actually came really quickly. The reason why I don't have it is because I'm gonna get to that soon. I'm sorry I'm not able to show it to you, but you know, I wait and wait, and it finally gets here. I'm like, oh, cool. I actually did. By the way, before I continue, I did look at the seller's positive percentage, and it was in the 90s, close to 100. So I was like, okay, fine. It may have like one or two negative reviews, but it's still in the positive. It's still really, really high up there, which means they're a good seller. I'm also a very good buyer on eBay. I have 100% positive feedback as a eBay buyer. So just letting that out there. Um, so continuing on the story, it gets here really, really quick. I was impressed. I was like, okay, cool. Shipping's really fast. Um, and I look at it, I'm like, okay, it looks really, really good. Like, I'm impressed. I try it on. Everything fit up here, except the legs were so fucking short and so tight. And I was like, what the hell? This is not how a kigurumi should be. So I was like, it doesn't fit. So I kind of waited a few days because I was irritated. And then I finally messaged the seller. I'm like, look, you know, it doesn't fit. I picked the right size, but the legs are too short. I waited like a while. The same day I also requested a refund by eBay because I had a feeling I was gonna get scammed again. Because I've had this happen before where I ordered something and never ended up showing up because I put the wrong address. I put my old address, and I told the seller, "Hey, look, I put in my new address. Can you please send it to this?" Seller basically was a scam artist. I don't want to talk about that one, but so I made sure just in case I was gonna have to open up a case with this person. I did a backup because I've learned from my mistakes, and also my mom is a eBay seller, so she taught me like the ins and outs of eBay, and so finally that seller contacts me, and she basically says, I assumed it was a she because the seller's name is Snowwhitegown. Mind you, this is not a she. This is a he. I'll get to that in a minute, but the person tried to say that, oh, it was a low crotch and the leg for all sizes are very short. I was like, I looked back in the description, item description, I looked through everything. I'm like, it does not say that in there. If that was the case, why didn't you put it in the description? That person did not reply back to my question. So I got irritated and I was like, okay, good thing I requested a refund. I tried contacting this person. This person also kept calling me dear. What seller calls you dear? You don't call a customer that. Like, you're not, they're not your relative. They're your customer. You don't call them dear. And when I talked to this seller during this time, I asked this person, please stop calling me dear. That is inappropriate. You don't call a customer dear. I'm not your relative. I'm not related to you. I'm not family. Don't call me that. They still kept calling me that. Regardless. But I was like, okay, look, I requested for a refund. I want a refund. I will send it back to you, but I want a refund. And they're like, okay, we'll send it back to you. I was like, okay, well, I need the address so I can send it back to you. And I got the address. I looked at the name. This is how I found out it was a guy. Dan. Dan was the name. I don't remember the last name. I'm not going to give out the last name even if I remember. But first name, Dan. So I was like, what guy on eBay has a name Snowwhitegown? I had a feeling this person is a scam artist immediately, which is why I'm glad I got involved with eBay. But then the person tried to talk to me as I was dealing with the refund and trying to send the item back, which, by the way, I had to pay for shipping to return it. But anyways, I also looked at people's reviews. I was like, why are there let me look at the negative reviews. And I looked at the negative review, and one person said, one review said they never got the item even though it said it had arrived. And another person said that person was having difficulty with the item or getting the item, and the seller was not helping, meaning and I also saw another one where saying the seller had poor communication, which I understood immediately. I was like, oh my god, this person's gonna be hell to deal with this situation. But anyways, as I was sending this item back, this person messages me back asking for my height and weight. I was like, have you lost your mind? I can understand the height. I was like, look, I checked my height. It said medium large. It was suited for medium and large. But I'll go ahead and give you my height. I'm not going to give you my weight, though. That is rude. You do not ask a customer what their weight is. That has nothing to do with the item. No, it doesn't. So that irritated me. I messaged that person. I was like, look, you don't ask for my weight. It has nothing to do with the item. That seller never messaged me back about that after that. But then, I shipped the item. Everything's good. Paid for the shipping. At this point, I don't care as long as I'm still getting my refund. Made sure I was tracking the item because I sent it by USPS because I refuse to do UPS even though I work for them. But I know that their shipping's very quick. So So it's shipping and everything, and then I'm tracking it, and I noticed that, oh, it finally got there. And then I gave eBay my tracking number so that way they can let the seller know, like that way they know the seller got the item. And then I let the seller know. I messaged her, and him, and I was like, okay, you got your item. I know that you got your item. I got it, I expect my refund, by this day. Mine also, I forgot to mention, it says their location is in Hong Kong. Why would they be shipping out of New York if their location is in Hong Kong? That I didn't notice until I had to deal with this situation. So something seems very sketchy about this. But anyways, they messaged me back today. I just got a message today. And they tried to lie to me. They started to say, oh no, I never got the item. What's the tracking number? I never got the item. I was like, oh, I definitely know you are lying, because I got emailed by both eBay and the shipping, the USPS. They both emailed me saying you got your package, you got your item back. And they even said, eBay even said, I am to get my refund on April 12th. If I do not get it back, I will open a case with eBay. I also left a very negative review saying, oh, the person said so this when it wasn't in the description. And, then the seller, during that time actually, tried to get me to take off my negative feedback. They were like, take off your negative feedback. Please take off your negative feedback. I was like, you don't ask someone to do that. Regardless of the fact I'm getting a refund and I'm returning the item, I'm giving back my feedback to people who are buying from you. Why would I take off my negative feedback regardless of the fact that I'm returning the item and getting my refund? Why would I take off my negative feedback? Oh, I know why. Because you're a scam. You're a scam artist. Just like a lot of people on eBay. I know why you got so many positive, because you probably forced people, because people were, didn't bother dealing with eBay and, starting up a case. Unlike me, who has been, on eBay, an eBay user since 2011, opened up something, I requested a refund and got involved with eBay. You can't do anything about taking off my negative feedback. You're scared because you don't want people to know the truth. So, ergo, hopefully I will get my refund back on April 12th. Hopefully, I should. If not, I will open up a case again with eBay and have them deal with this seller, because I've had enough of this. But anyways, don't buy from the seller. Total scam. Ugh, I cannot believe I had to deal with this, and I spent over $25 on this thing. Anyways, yeah, don't buy from the seller. Total scam artist. But anyways, that's my story. Wonderful scam artist eBay story. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to give a like and subscribe. And I will see you guys in the next video. Alright, bye.